Good afternoon, everyone. This is meteorologist Shane Hinton hopping onto our social media platforms to update you on the storms that we are currently tracking across central Texas. The time is 12:13 on your Wednesday afternoon. Hope you're staying safe so far. Let me hop up on the screen here. Good afternoon, everyone. As you can see, we're taking a live look from our tower camera that's pointed up toward the north. We've been tracking really a specific storm between Round Rock and Georgetown during our midday program, and it's since pushed to the south. We are going to be monitoring the potential for a few isolated strong storms to scattered showers as we go throughout the back half of your day. So you're taking a look at the current Doppler radar. Yes, I'm giving you a look at the temperatures right now, but I really want to focus on these storms themselves as we go throughout the next couple of minutes together. Let me zoom in first. You can see that system that we were monitoring between Georgetown and Round Rock. It is starting to weaken a little bit. It is now just northwest of Austin Executive Airport. But you notice that we have seen now a stronger storm develop just north of Steiner Ranch and just west of Lakeline Mall. Now, for perspective, what we're going to do here is take a look at some of the rainfall rates from this system. Almost 1.7 inch, so just under 2 inches per hour is the rainfall rate. So this is pretty heavy downpours here. We're also tracking some lightning associated with it as it continues to push towards the south. We're going to see additional development like this as we go throughout the next several hours. Let's also take a look at this, what it looks like from a side view, kind of give perspective. We can see that the updrafts are now up to about 30,000 feet. The storm that we were monitoring earlier near the Round Rock region was actually around 20,000 feet. So why we talk about this is it shows more instability in the atmosphere. Larger updrafts means heavier downpours or maybe even the possibility of some hail development. The National Weather Service has mentioned the potential for some hail and some storms later today. It should be on the smaller size, but it's still something you should be aware of. Notice also as we make our way just to the east of Blanco, we are monitoring another moderate shower as well. Zooming out a little bit further just so you can see what we're working with. This is the Storm Prediction Center severe weather risk for today. Now, yesterday we did not have a severe weather risk attached with these storms. Now you can see at least 2/3 of the viewing area, predominantly the I-35 corridor and the coastal plains that are going to be under that marginal risk. I don't think everyone is going to see storms today. I don't think everyone's going to receive rain today, but these folks need to be on extra alert and need to be a little bit more weather aware this afternoon. Isolated downpours, strong gusts, and small hail. That's going to be the main concerns over the next several hours, all brought to us by a disturbance that we have there, a stalled frontal boundary to our north, and then you also see that trough axis that's going to be pushing through as we speak. Now, as I mentioned, we've been looking at the high-resolution forecast model runs all day, all morning. We get a new one every 15 minutes. It refreshes itself. Let's take a look at the most recent one. You can see some of those isolated storms continuing to bubble up around the heat of the day. As we make our way into, I'd say, like the time when school's letting out or you're picking up kids from school or sports practice to around that afternoon commute home, I'm seeing a little bit of a lull. But then as we make our way closer to dinner time or just after dinner time, I am seeing a little bit of additional development starting to move in from the northeast and then pushing out towards the I-35 corridor before fizzling out once we lose that daytime heating. So I think our rain chances are going to start to taper off after sunset. Okay. Let's take a look at your highs for today. You can see temperatures should climb into the lower to mid 90s, but that's going to be heavily dependent on where those showers and storms situate themselves. If we get enough rain, it could cool the air enough and then also make the air or the ground too wet for it to actually heat the surface as much as we expected it to at the beginning of the morning. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that futurecast up one more time and I'm going to take the graphic full so you can see it hour by hour. This is 1 o'clock, and then as we make our way toward the 3 p.m. time period, we can see some additional development along the I-35 corridor. Going toward 4:30, we might see a little bit of a lull in that activity, and then picking up again between that 6, 7, let me fast forward it slowly, 6, now 6:30, 7 o'clock. This is where areas such as, Milam and Lee counties need to be on alert. Then as we push toward 8, we have additional development along the I-35 corridor, and then it starts to taper off as we head into the early nighttime hours. I think it'll be fairly calm overnight. Something else I want to point out to you, that allergy count, it is a doozy today, you guys. I'm talking high across the board for fall elm, grass, and mold. Ragweed was the only thing I wasn't tracking elevated levels of, so it's something to be mindful of. keep in mind that these rain chances today are going to be some of the highest rain chances we have. In fact, let me pull up the 7-day forecast for you to show you what I mean. We are going to see that area of high pressure that's been bringing record heat and dry conditions to the west coast. It's going to shift back a little bit further to the east. This will lower our rain chances and potentially increase our temperatures as we head into the weekend. We're talking mid to upper 90s, which I know no one wants to see those numbers getting closer to the triple digits. But the good news is rain chances looking minimal as you make your way to the UT football game on Saturday. Let me pull up that radar one more time for you just so I can get an updated look of what we are currently monitoring. I'm also going to take the temperatures away and then throw the radar loop in motion so you can see the movement of these storms. Like I said, they're moving in from the north. That's where that boundary is currently located. And the heaviest storms at this moment in time are now in Travis County and then in southeastern Blanco County. Okay, so now let me show you the current one. And the most lightning I'm also tracking is also at the storm system in Travis County. It's going to be moving over Steiner Ranch in just a few minutes. You're probably already seeing the rainfall picking up. In fact, let's go ahead and see who needs to be on alert. These storms are moving rather slowly, I would say. So this is a very rough timeline, okay? I just want you to see who's in the path. Don't necessarily take the timestamps for granted, though. River Hills, 12:20, Lost Creek by 12:27. If you live in the Barton Creek area, but just before 12:30, Oak Hill by 12:37, and if you're in Williamson, right before 12:40. Okay, for that particularly strong storm that we're currently tracking in northern Travis County at the moment. So once again, if you are just tuning in, we are tracking some strong storms across central Texas associated with a severe weather risk for today, a level 1. So it is a low end threat for severe storms this afternoon. Downpours that could be heavy at times, strong gusts and small hail will all be possible. If you're curious about the flood risk for today, this is the flood outlook from the National Weather Service as well. You can see it encompasses the same area that we are tracking for the marginal risk for severe storms today. Okay, so what I want to just let you know is that we are going to continue to monitor all these conditions here from the KVUE Weather Center. We are going to be watching it throughout the afternoon into the early evening. Meteorologist Hunter Williams is also keeping an eye on these storms as well. We will make sure to hop on to our social media streams if we need to warn you of anything before our next broadcast at 5 o'clock. If we were to have any warnings issued that would warrant us jumping on the air, we will also interrupt programming and provide updates on KVUE as well. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon. Stay safe, stay smart, stay kind. I'll see you all again very soon.